are back in my kitchen, and this is Stephanie, and this is my first version or episode of Food Talk. And I have my family and friends here, and I'm going to introduce you to everybody. And this young lady right here is Pat.
Hello everyone, my name is Pat Jones. I'm here with my sister-in-law Stephanie and other family and friends, and we're here today to talk about food. This is our first episode of Food Talk. Thank you.
And this is my friend Ned.
Hello everyone, my name is Ned. I'm down here representing Albany, New York. I came to represent my friend Stephanie that I grew up with and known for many years.
And this is Cynthia.
Hi, my name is Cynthia Carson. I'm Stephanie's niece, and I'm here joining in with everybody.
And this is our first version of
Food Talk.
Okay now, all right everybody, we are just going to start talking about some food. And I got my questions from my daughter, a lot of them, and I'm just going to start asking you all some questions. I'm going to just throw out something, and she says, what's your favorite dish?
My favorite dish is macaroni and cheese.
Okay. And then what's your favorite dish?
Lasagna.
And
Fried chicken.
And Cynthia like fried chicken. I don't like no fried chicken. Not really, you know.
I like my fried chicken.
Oh, okay, that's different. That's different.
Fried chicken.
Is your fried chicken like mama's? You remember mama's?
What? I don't remember what she used on exactly.
You remember how it tastes though?
Yes.
You liked it? Yeah. If I'm gonna do it, it has to be closer to her. This, my niece, so we know what my mother
What's
did.
that with Crisco?
Oh yeah, she used Crisco. Yes, she did.
Back in the day.
And bacon grease, yeah. They should save that.
Yeah. You used to have that can with
Had that can on the stove. Everybody had that, right?
Yes, pour it in there.
Right.
Let it sit
Yep.
Yes.
and use it as
That was the
necessary.
best grease.
Yeah, that was best grease. That Sunday morning bacon grease.
Yes. Cook eggs and everything with that grease.
Yep. Yes, she did.
And now another question. So, what do you like to make for company? If you're gonna have a party or something, what do you like to make for company?
I usually make hot wings, something quick. Fried wings and hot wings.
You mean like if it's you call that Super Bowl or some nonsense like that?
Yeah, or a card game. You know, me and my friend have card games, or with fried fish. You know, we usually have a card game on Fridays, and we switch it up. You know.
Are you frying fish outside or inside?
Inside, in the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how you get that?
We do a little fried fish and salad.
And what about that smell?
I have this little thing called blood something, and it takes the smell right out the air.
Oh yeah.
You know, you need a little spritz and.
Oh yeah. Where you buy that from?
Where's that out? Probably at a smoke shop.
Oh no, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And it takes it right out the air.
Oh,
That's good to know. I also, when I get together with my girlfriends, every summer we do like a little fish fry. And I fry fish, but sometimes I take it outside and do it because I don't like the smell in the house. And we have fried fish, we'll have the hot wings, a salad, and everybody likes my cornbread. I learned how to make cornbread from my wonderful sister-in-law here, Stephanie, so
yeah.
everyone likes my cornbread. So we have that with the fried fish and cornbread.
Everybody?
It's very good together. Everybody.
Most people.
Everybody is who I invite.
I guess I wouldn't like it.
No.
I've never been invited.
You wouldn't be there.
Me, I like making ziti.
You like big
Big
Ziti's
ziti.
good.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know.
With salad.
Yeah.
Oh yes, gotta have
Gotta
that
have the
salad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do have to have something green. It's something green and some starch and some kind of meat and protein.
Right.
But you want to do it quick, like y'all say,
Yeah.
Something real fast and just throw it out there. What meal can stretch if you're on a budget?
Ooh, I know. Spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah.
Spaghetti and meatball goes
sauce,
a long ways. With some, and if you're lucky, you have a little bread on the side,
Yes.
along with some salad.
Yeah, some garlic bread.
Yes, you can use
What about you?
Or even a stew, certain stews,
Stews,
depending
especially in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Stretch a
Yeah,
stew too.
because you use potatoes or something.
You use
Yeah.
potatoes, or if you made a roast, you take the leftovers from your roast and you cut it up and you
Right,
throw some
that's true.
potatoes in there. Now you got 2 meals.
Yep. And some vegetables and everything is balanced.
Yep.
That's true. See, I tell you, my people know their food. Do you follow specific recipes or you just cook to taste?
Me personally, I just cook to taste because people are constantly asking me, Miss Pat, how do you make the macaroni and cheese and how do you make the cornbread? I guess if I took the time to sit down and write up a recipe, I would probably be able to do it. But I just do everything from memory and from taste.
Right.
You know, I don't have anything written down or
Yeah.
any set steps or anything.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's very hard
because
to do that.
That's how I cook too. I know what I put in there. I know how much it is. I can look at it. And
Exactly.
that's enough.
Yeah.
You know, and that's because we've been cooking, all of us, since we was kids, since we were really tiny.
Yeah, that's how I cook the taste also. I'll look at a recipe sometime and for something I don't know how to do it, but I'll adjust it to what I like or not like to add in it. You know what I mean? I'm not that teaspoon and tablespoon type guy. You know, that's only good for bacon to me.
Yeah.
You know, bacon is an exact science,
Mostly,
so you gotta be right on point with that. But cooking, you can add a little of this, add a little of that. You know.
And even baking sometimes, you don't have to be exact. I mean, you could put a little bit more, a little bit less, and it'll still come out good. So, you know, it's there's certain kind of things you definitely do have to be exact about, but mostly still, you know, you throw a little extra in there, it's gonna be fine.
And even sometimes, I mean to cut you off, but even sometimes when you tell people the stuff that you use, it doesn't always come out the same
Right.
when someone else is making.
Oh yeah. Or it don't
That's
taste the
true.
same
Don't taste the
either.
same. Like
Yeah.
my girlfriend, she's deceased now, Linda. She always liked the way my roast tastes because she said they were it's very tender. It melts in her mouth.
Right.
And I told her several times how to make it, and she said hers would never come out the same way as mine. So,
Wow.
you know, it depends on the cooker.
Did Linda actually watch you do it too?
She never watched me do it, but I used to tell her how to do it. So finally, she just got to the point where I would just cook it, and I would just slice it up and give it to her. You know, because she wastes quite a few roasts trying to get them tender.
Yeah,
And
that's
to
good.
me, it was a simple thing to do, you know.
Well, did you get your roast beef like from Food Town or something?
From Stop,
From Stop and
Food
Shop?
Town, Stop and Shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the trick to mine was when I season it overnight and I let it set.
Yeah.
And I guess marinate. And I wrap it in foil.
Yeah.
Really, really tight.
Yeah.
And you gotta let it stay in the oven and just let it cook.
Yeah.
You know, you can't keep going
Slow.
and checking on it, letting the air in. Just
Yeah.
let it cook very slow, and then when you open it up, it's tender.
Yeah, that's how my mother actually. Yeah, because my mother would told me that to put the rub on it and wrap it really tight in foil, and then put it in the oven and let it slow.
just
Put a
leave
little
it.
bit of water in the pan and just let it go slow.
Or even the oven bag. That's
Yeah.
what I use. I use the
I used to
oven
use that to
bag.
make my turkey.
The oven bag is
Yeah, I
me and the
used to
oven
swear by
bag is
that.
best friends.
Yeah.
I used to swear by the oven bag,
Yeah.
and then I bought a turkey roaster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I bought one too.
Yeah, they cook very good. You
Yep.
put it in there and forget it.
Yep.
Leave it and forget it.
Yep. Yeah. And then, so how do you make your roast beef?
I don't usually cook a roast beef at home. I usually use a chuck roast.
Oh, chuck roast.
Get a nice thick chuck roast, about yay big, and I wrap it and season it like she was saying, and then season it and wrap it in foil, and then put it in the oven like a 275, and let it go for 4 or 5 hours. And when
Yeah.
it comes out, it's like butter.
Yeah.
You know, it's like just
Tender.
shreds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
just
tender.
shreds
You know what I
right off.
actually do extra is I stick some garlic in there. I'll always stick garlic in there.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and that comes out delicious. That's the roast beef you guys have for Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I like the roast beef at Costco. Those they're kind of expensive, but for the crowd that I feed, it's really
worth it,
good.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
there's
get a
certain
really big
certain
one.
cuts is
Yeah,
better than
yeah, you
others
gotta-
too.
Yeah.
You
Definitely
gotta,
watch the cut.
yeah.
For
But
sure.
I don't necessarily like what they got at Stop and Shop.
You know, because they got the top round, the bottom round.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You
They
know,
don't sell-
top
used to,
round I
they
think
used
is
to-
the
they
better
changed
one. The
something
top
in
round.
Yeah.
The meat is not what it used to be at something. It used to be a lot better.
Yeah.
The meat used to
You
be
know
a
where
lot
I like to
better.
get the meat from now? Best Market.
That's what we were talking about that the other day.
Oh, my
My
God.
daughter said she's gonna start going to Best Market.
Where's
that?
Right now she goes to Key Food, I believe, out in Valley Stream, I think it is. Key
Oh, the
Food.
Key Food out there.
Yeah. And there's a new store, I think it's called Aldo or something like that. They have
Aldi's? They have
Aldi's.
Aldi's out there?
No, I think they have it in Brooklyn, right?
Oh.
It's close to-
Oh, I know they have.
I don't know. I've
Aldi's
heard of the
in-
store. I
yeah,
don't know
Aldi's
where.
in,
I heard it was very
Queens,
good.
I know.
No.
But
But I've
I
never been to that one. But the Best Market got delicious
So, but
meat.
where is it?
It's in Oceanside.
Oceanside.
It's in
It's where
Oceanside.
Pathmark used to be.
Right where that Pathmark used
Yeah,
to
I
be.
think it's at East Rockaway.
Right by the train
Right around
station.
the-
Yeah,
Okay.
right over there.
Yes.
Yeah, they have, boy, I got a steak from there last week. We put on the grill. Oh my God.
Well, I have to go. I have to go out
Oh,
there. Several people have told me about it.
You ever been to Whole Foods?
Yes.
Whole
I've been-
Foods is
but
good.
Whole Foods kind of like Trader Joe.
Is it? I've never
Yeah.
been to Trader Joe's.
Yeah, I go to Trader.
They opened up one by my place, but it was a little
Trader
expensive.
Joe's is good. I was there last week because I
Yeah.
lost all my food in my freezer because my outlet went bad. So I had to replace everything. But I go to Trader Joe's quite often. They don't have everything there, but you may be able to find stuff that you don't normally find in the supermarket.
Absolutely. There's definitely something you might want and you can't get nowhere
Can't get
else.
anyplace else.
Nowhere else. And it's reasonable.
Yeah.
You know, the price in there is
Prices are
reasonable.
really reasonable.
Definitely.
The one up in Hewitt?
Yeah.
I just went there
got
last
one by
week.
Brooklyn too, where I'm, so in the morning, early. But as soon as I get to work, I go out. Because if you go in the air, oh God,
It's
that
crowded.
place it's a madhouse. Even out here, you
My
gotta go
girlfriend,
early.
Sherry and I went there, I think it was last Friday. It was a madhouse. It took us about 10 minutes to find a parking spot. You have to
Right.
wait for someone to come out.
Right.
Very
If I'm over there, I go
busy
across the street and park.
That's what I'm going to do next time.
Because you can't, and then it's too crowded. I can't take too much crowd.
They get you in and out
Yeah.
though. They do get it's crowded in,
Yeah.
but once they get you in and out.
Yeah.
They have a lot of cashiers there.
Yeah, that's true.
They have a lot
And they're
of-
very nice.
Very nice
in,
people.
Yeah, everybody in any Trader Joe's is really, really nice.
And
So.
my grandson
Yeah.
who lives in DC, he goes to there's a Trader Joe's near him also.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love it.
yeah. Let me see. Do you do a meal prep? Anybody do meal prep?
What do you mean by meal prep? Like,
Meal prep is like, do you cook your meals today for a few days later?
Prepare in
yeah.
advance.
Yeah.
Prepare in
Not
advance.
necessarily leftovers, but you're making enough meals so you have enough for the week.
oh,
You cook every day?
no,
'Cause I don't cook every day.
no. I mean, there's days, there's hot dog days, there's hamburger days.
Hamburger
You know
days,
what I'm
easy
saying?
days, right?
Yeah,
Most
just
days
cooking
is
every day.
Sandwich days, right? Cold cuts.
Cold cut days. Yeah, yeah.
Cereal.
Yeah, especially in the summertime.
When I go
Especially
shopping,
summertime.
I have that already planned out. This is going to be this way, that way.
So that's
Not
almost like a
specifically
meal
the
prep.
day, but what I'm going to have each day, but it's there for.
Or whenever you need it.
Yeah.
You figure you're gonna always
Right.
eat it before the end. You'll eat all of it before
Yeah,
the
I
end.
don't really cook at home that much anymore because it's just me.
Okay.
So what are you doing?
When I go to Quantas, I cook.
But what do you do? So you only go to Qantas and eat? So what do you do?
No, I cook. Like I'll make a baked ziti at her house, or I like chicken palms, and I've been having a taste for chicken palms, but it's just me. To go through all that work, just for me, it kind of doesn't. It defeats the purpose for me.
So
You know.
so you saying you're cooking at Qantas house, so you two could both eat it.
Right. We usually her aunt, we take her a plate of food up to her house, and stuff like that. So then it's 3 people
One.
rather than one.
One
But
man.
you
That's
go
a-
through all that work for one person. It's a little.
I actually find
you
that
know.
to be a huge challenge because we came up with a bunch of people.
Right.
I can make a whole big something and it's all going like that.
Right.
But because it's only just maybe me and Perry, you can't make all that food. And I'm crazy about going to the food store and overspending.
Right, I do that too. That's why I lost so much food
Yeah.
in my freezer.
Then
Yeah.
if I cook like that just for myself, by the second day, the third day, you're tired of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You wind up throwing it
Exactly.
away.
You can't eat
know?
anything more than 3 days.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
too. Anything
you're
over
just
3
tired
days
of
is too
that
much.
same-
Exactly.
Same thing. So.
Yes, that is a challenge.
But
And
for
in our house,
yeah.
it's more than just me, but they don't do leftovers well.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
my family don't do leftovers.
No, they
either.
don't do leftovers at all, hardly in there.
At your house?
At my house.
Yeah, y'all don't do
Yeah, I
leftovers.
think if I can get
Leftovers.
two
You do?
meals out of it.
I don't, me either. I don't.
You neither.
I don't do.
I'm not really a leftover
whatever it is,
person
I cook
either.
pretty much every day. I prepare something, but it's enough for 3 or 4 of us, and whatever's left, and it goes wherever.
So
But
what do you do, like hamburgers and
some days it's hamburgers, some days it's beef stew, some days it's meatloaf. I might do pork chops,
Oh, okay.
lamb chops.
Chuck's favorite.
He's lamb chops, you know, he don't eat no
No, I'm
pork.
talking about Chuck.
He don't eat pork chops. Lamb chops.
and then you got that thing with some people don't eat, some people
Yeah,
don't
well, so
eat.
usually if I do a day with lamb chops, I gotta do pork chops.
Right.
Because I don't like lamb chops. It's
Oh,
too
okay.
bomby, so.
So we'll be right back. Okay, right now we're gonna just do a couple of stories, just so for everyone, so they could just say what some experiences they had with some food, whether it's recipes or whatever. I'm gonna start with Pat.
A few minutes ago, we talked about dishes that you can stretch, and spaghetti and meatball is one of them. Initially, I wasn't a fan of spaghetti and meatball, and then my late husband Kevin, he started making it. He would make it the traditional way, and then he would take the spaghetti and put everything in a pan, and he would cover it with cheese and put it in the oven and let it bake to a brown, crispy topping. So I like that, and I began to like spaghetti and meatball, and he is the only one who made it like that for me. My second story is about macaroni and cheese. I make a lot of macaroni and cheese. People say I make it very good. When I was younger, my mother did not know how to make macaroni and cheese. But one of my dear friends who lived in our apartment complex, Mildred Butler, did. And she made it every Sunday for her late husband, James. And every Sunday I would be there to get some of it. So finally I decided, Pat, you need to find out how to make this macaroni and cheese. So I sat down, realized what all the ingredients were, and I started making it. And ever since then, I'm always called to make macaroni and cheese, and I want to thank Mildred Butler for all those years that she shared her macaroni and cheese with me. And those are my 2 food stories.
And now, Ned, what is your food story?
Well, Stephanie, my food story is how I first started cooking. I learned to cook when I was young. I was like about 13, 14. I used to watch my mother cook. And my sister was older than me, so she was the designated cook. But come to find out, she couldn't cook at all. So that's my food story, how I learned to cook. So by the time I was 15, I was making a whole Thanksgiving dinner. And that was my introduction into cooking. And then I learned in different restaurants. You know, I started from the bottom as a dishwasher, and I moved my way up the ranks and became a cook. And that's my food story.
And Cynthia, what is your food story?
My food story is I kind of just fell into cooking from a young age, maybe 13, because my mother worked and I kind of had to cook. I'm not a big cooker, but I can cook enough. I won't go hungry. That's my story.
In my food story, I have a lot of food stories, but you know, what I think about more is just going food shopping, because I like going food shopping. It is some craziness actually, because I always buy more than I'm supposed to buy. I don't really take a list and go, you know, these are the things I need to get, because sometimes something else is in my mind. I saw something, I remember something. Oh, I see that. Let me buy that. So I ended up with a whole bunch of food. I always got a whole bunch of food, but the first time when I had to go food shopping, my mother gave me a list. And matter of fact, she told me to write the list down before I could even go back further than that. Because my mother would send me to the store every day to Tony's, and we had to get some chopped meat or something, some chicken, and she told me, tell Tony put it on my tab. and I come pay him later. So we go in that store like 15 times a day. And that was our first time I started to go do some food shopping. But when the supermarkets came, and my mother told me to write a list, and she told me, okay, add it all up, how much is it going to be? So I would add the whole stupid thing up and come to some number which was probably correct. But then I go to the food store, and I want some cookies. I want something else I ain't supposed to have. And I overran that sucker every single time. Every single time. So when my mother was telling me to give me a list, I would add a couple of dollars on the side so I can get my cookies. And then I come back out of there. And that's my food story. That's my going shopping food story. Okay, everybody, we are back, and I got another question for you all. So tell me, what staple ingredients do you keep in your house?
I would say eggs.
And sugar.
Eggs and sugar, flour, butter, milk,
coffee,
tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ketchup, mustard.
The ketchup and mustard, and mayonnaise, yeah.
Butter. We use that for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And cooking
And
oils.
eggs, definitely eggs.
Cooking oil.
And bacon and sausage. For breakfast, we always do.
That's key. Yeah,
And
right.
some bread, maybe
Peanut
some-
butter.
Yeah, peanut butter.
Don't forget the jelly.
And the
Jelly.
and bread.
Yeah, don't forget the jelly.
Yeah.
That's right. And when did you start cooking? When did you start learning how to cook?
I would say 13.
I would say.
Yeah, I was around that same age.
Yeah.
I think I was,
That's
yeah.
because I had to.
Yeah,
I had
my mother was
I
going to
see.
school and working.
I think actually I was younger than that. Probably.
That's
Well,
what-
first of all, I used to like my easy bake oven.
Oh, okay. All right.
I
remember
love that easy bake oven. So
Yeah, so did I. I
That
had one
was
too.
cooking.
that was cooking.
Oh, please.
Please.
That was
no.
the start of it. That was the start of
cooking.
it.
I didn't want no baby dolls. I want my easy bake oven and my little dishes. My mother didn't even get me no tall because she didn't know what it was.
Your little tea set.
Tea set and all that. So, but I really think I started cooking about 9, 10.
Right. I think I started early too because
Yeah.
my mother had a lot of kids.
Yeah.
She ended up having 7, and I am the oldest. So, and at an early age, my mother had migrated to New York, and she left us in Alabama with my grandfather. So my grandfather was semi-retired, and my brother Booker and I, we were 2 older ones. We had to take care of the younger one, so we both started cooking at an early age.
Yeah.
Because we had to look out for each other.
Yeah.
So, and I
It's
think it was probably
definitely-
like 10 or 11 we
'cause
started.
You had to actually
Yeah.
have.
So how old were you when you really learned how to cook?
Probably 13.
Probably about 2 or 3 years ago.
No, seriously, remember we had home ec. And
Yeah,
so
we had
that was
home ec in
about
school,
12
yeah.
and 13 when we was in high school.
Yeah, in
Junior
middle,
high.
in
So
middle
about
school.
We were the
Great,
first
yeah.
ones,
So
me, Chucky, and Sal and us, we were the first ones to do home ec. They wouldn't let guys do home ec.
That's right.
Right, they didn't in the
We
beginning.
were the first
yeah.
ones that
At
let do
Lawrence,
home
they-
ec
yeah.
at school.
But
Wow.
I know I was cooking before home ec.
But did you learn anything from it then?
Yes, I learned a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was pretty good.
Who was your
Okay.
teacher? Do you remember that?
Oh, please, no.
Who that lady with her water legs? What was her name?
Oh, I know you're talking about.
That was her name, Waterlake.
Miss Holmes, something with an H.
Yeah.
It was something, Miss Homer, it was something with an H.
Yeah.
It'll come back to me.
Oh my God.
I think we all had
She
her.
could cook, but
She could, yes.
She could cook and sew and all that, but we call her Watervich. Something like that.
Yeah, something like
Waterlake.
this.
That's
I
how
thought
it
it started
sounded.
with an H. I must think that's my name.
Yeah, that does sound familiar.
But that's what I remember. You're probably right. It was about 13-ish, 12-ish.
Yeah, when you-
You was in about 7th grade when you really started. That's
Yeah.
what, you know,
Right.
that was the first of it.
And you had to learn how to cook because you couldn't mess up that food. Nobody,
And, you know,
nobody could
and-
afford to be throwing away food. So you
and-
got to make sure you knew what you were doing.
No, and because you didn't eat no McDonald's and stuff.
No, we didn't have that. We didn't have that.
And we ain't nobody gonna spend no money on that kind of stuff. Somebody made us some food, boy. Anyway, I'm gonna ask y'all one more question,
Okay.
and it is, what's your favorite dinner memory?
Ooh. Dinner memory.
Dinner memory, like for me, I remember Booker came to my house for Thanksgiving, and Johnny and my brother Johnny was there, and my father, and the two of them, Booker and Johnny, were like, they seemed to like click for some reason, you know. And my father was probably saying something crazy, and the two of them would just giggle under the table while we was having dinner. But I remember the two of them together, and both of them are deceased now. But I just remember the two of them like really, really hooking up for Thanksgiving. So that's one of my favorite memories.
That's a good story.
And plus, they liked macaroni and cheese. Yeah. And my brother Johnny, he liked his macaroni and cheese unbaked. So as soon as I made that, he just wanted to eat it like that. He like, don't.
Interesting.
Yeah, he said, I don't want you to bake it. Just
you had eggs and all that stuff in it, and
I don't put eggs.
You don't put eggs in yours. Okay. Okay.
But he really, that's how he liked it. Just right here. I'm eating it right here. So he used to eat it like that. So then, anybody else?
I think one of my good memories is when I lived in the garden apartment. And my mother, as you know, used to always make Thanksgiving dinners. And after she got older, I said, well, it's my turn to start doing it. And I had a nice big Thanksgiving dinner at my house. All of my family came. You and Booker were there, and all of my friends. It was my first year really doing it by myself. And I didn't want any help from anyone else. And I made this big dinner, and everyone and we had a wonderful, wonderful time. And then shortly after that, when I moved into my home, I started having Thanksgiving dinners every year. But as you get older, and people get older, they like to stay home, and everybody's cooking. So finally, I decided to stop doing Thanksgiving dinners. Well, I couldn't do them after Superstorm Sandy for a few years. And now I just come to my wonderful sister-in-law's house, Stephanie, and we have a wonderful time here at Thanksgiving and at Christmas.
Yes, we're going to play cards.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about you, Ned?
Well, I just remember family gatherings. You know, my mother's passed, and I remember the family gatherings. My grandmother, she's passed also, and just having Thanksgiving dinner with all of us, family together. You know, my brother's gone too. You know, so just all the family together. Where right now we're not all in the same place. We don't all get together and sit down and have a Thanksgiving meal. So we have Stephanie to come over, and I enjoyed her family and friends, and we have a good time over here.
Yeah, we always have a good time.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
We always do.
And for me, I remember our gatherings at Monroe Street.
Yep.
That was our best when my grandmother and grandfather was living. That was the best. With Christmas time, all of us get together, opening presents and eating. You know, now everything is reverted to aunties.
Remember those chimneys Mom used to make?
Yes.
My mother used to take
milk
cartons and cut the tops off and put chimney paper around it. She cleaned it out and put chimney paper around for all of us. We had a piano in the living room then, right? Remember that?
The piano
in the living room. And my mother put all the chimneys on the piano with all the kids' names on it. She filled it with candy. And everybody had their chimneys. My mother made them every year.
Yeah.
And
she got as we started getting older, each one would start pitching in and helping.
That's right.
Wash the milk containers, cut the tops off, wash the containers,
made a family.
Made it a family thing. We all get the candy, fill the buckets up with the candy. She said there's too many of us to buy presents, so that was the present.
Right, so we all did that.
It was special. It was done with love.
Yeah, my mother, yes. Yeah, my mother took the whole neighborhood.
Yes.
She did. Well, okay, so I think we're going to wrap this up. And, thank you all for coming. I appreciate all of my subscribers. And I hope I get some new subscribers and I keep going on. And I appreciate all that we're doing. So I am looking there. I appreciate all that we're doing, and we all appreciate you coming. And then maybe the next time I'm going to go to my sister-in-law's house, Pat, and we're going to do her kitchen. We're going to be in Stephanie's kitchen and Pat's kitchen. And I think we're going to do that.
The kitchen that's never used.
It's there if you need it. You're welcome to use it.
So anyway, everyone, I thank you all for coming, and This is our first episode of
Food talk.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye. Bye.